Welcome back, guys. Today I'm taking a look at Satan Descended on Mythical. It's one of the easiest descends in the game and actually a really useful guy to have, as he'll really help you get a consistent King of the Gods farming team. Anything light will pretty much farm this easily. If you have an Athena team, you can run that. Sakuya is fantastic for this. I don't have a Sakuya, so I'm running Hathor with just any light farmable guys I had. I just wanted to prove that you could do this with like any light team. I don't have good light farmable subs, so I just threw whatever I had on a team. These guys aren't leveled, some of them don't have their awakening. Sonia Gran does nothing on this team. Valkyrie barely does anything on this team. But because it's no recovery, you're almost always going to have a board you can match, so running somebody like Sakuya or Hathor is great. But as you can see, even that, as I say that, my very first board didn't have any lights here, so... and lights, please, lights, light, okay. So you almost always have a board that you can match. And anyways, let's just go ahead and go through this. So let's see, I'm gonna stack up purples, then reds, then greens. I'm gonna make blues over here and then set the yellow that's in my hand with the rest. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna put reds here and purples over here. I'm gonna do this. There we go. Looks like our colors have normaled out a little bit now. And like running Hathor is a little bit of a waste here, because normally what makes Hathor so great is she gives you that nice buff to hit points and to recovery. But since there's no hearts here, she can't really abuse her recovery. So I do think Kieran's the superior choice, but I don't have one, otherwise I would be demonstrating this with Kieran. And I'm running Valkyrie here just because I really don't have any light subs, in case you're wondering why I'm running a Heartbreaker in a dungeon with no hearts. Let's see. So I'm gonna stack greens, blues, darks, like that. So it's just making straight matches here. This is not that hard of a dungeon, like I said. You can kind of just cruise right through it. My reds are pretty far apart from the rest of my reds. So I can tank her hit, I know I can. I'm just gonna stack here lights, then darks, then greens, then finish these blues and park my red in there. In fact, I might pull this light right here from here to here, just so when I make this light here, it'll prong. There we go. Now we got vampires. Let's see. For vampires, I'm going to match a vertical match of reds, or sorry, of darks, and then a vertical match of greens, and then I'm gonna prong my lights, stack blues, then reds. Okay, let's try that. Seemed to work. And we get pretty good damage off of it. And like, as you saw, this team is really underleveled. Like I said, nobody would want to run this team that I'm running right here. And yet it's capable of farming this dungeon really easily. So Hades here only has 1,000,000 life, and you get 5, 6, or 7 turns to kill him. So don't kill him right away. Take this opportunity to let your cooldowns come up. In fact, don't even start matching more than 1 or 2 matches a turn, because Skyfall does happen, take it from me. You know, you'll match like 1 color and the other 4 will fall. I usually let him get down to 2 before I start dealing any damage to him. I don't wait till 1 because, you know, plan for the worst. Especially when I'm involved. Alright. Let's see. Well, now we're at 2, and I didn't really leave myself a good board. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to come up like this, undo the reds. Actually, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stack greens, purples, reds, then blues, and then lights. I'm just gonna stack straight up. Just a good old-fashioned stack. So I didn't want you to misunderstand from the previous video I did on Watatsumi and think you can't stack without time extends. You absolutely can stack without time extends. I was just showing an alternate way to go about getting your immediate matches. Because I'm obviously not going to stack on a board that's not going to closely packed to stack. You know, I'm not going to go out of my way to force a stacked board. I'm going to play the orbs where they lay, and if they happen to be a good stacking board, I will stack it. So turn 1 here, Satan does not have a status shield, so we're going to go ahead and punch a delay on him. And now we can kind of take our time beating him up. Let's see. If I go like this, and straight through, that gives me green, purple, blue, red. So that gives me what? That actually gives me everything except light. So I'm actually just going to take the easy way out here and just get a 3 match. A simple little 3 match. Actually, if I scoot this light up to here before I do it, I could even prong with that. Check this out. Zoop. And I even get that cascade. Ooh, and I get a bunch of Skyfall too. Awesome. That was pretty fun. Let's do that again. Let's see. My darks are a little separated. I'm going to pull my lights together in a prong down here. And then set greens on top, blues on top, match reds up here, and then take my dark to the other darks. And is that a kill? That's a kill. So Satan's usually a 2-shot. I normally don't need a delay for Satan even. But better safe than sorry. Sometimes you might not get a board you can match. Sometimes you might just make a mistake. You know, mistakes totally happen all the time. And why not, you know, if I'm running a team, I want to make sure it's a little consistent at least. And I don't really sacrifice much for putting Echidna on here. So that's Satan. If you're going to farm him and you haven't done it yet, I'd recommend getting a pair of them. You can put 2 together to make a fantastic farming team for Starlight Sanctuary. I'll be making a video showing that team later this week too, so do your best to grab a couple Satans today if you don't already have them. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.